Right, going for my 7-day check. Yeah, in a couple of hours. So let's have a quick looky-loo. Yeah, I've got my vest on. So I don't know if I'm. Let's pull you down on a box of Mighty Bojangles Chocker Scoffy or something there. That's a bit better, isn't it? So binder. Oh God, what's that? Oh, that's my vest. Having to put the vest all the way down because, well, it's usually the boobage they worry about, but for me, it's down here that this thing just gets so sore. Right, let's drop the kicks. So, what can we show? Let's pull the binder off. Yeah. 7 days post-op. Oh, bloody fuck. Okay. Yes, says our droplets of blood. Welcome to the real world of post-tummy tuck. Okay, so incision goes, get around there. Incision goes all the way, so it doesn't do the neck around the back. It's not 360 or anything, but it does go hip to hip. So belly button looks atrocious right now. Where's the swelling? That is the weirdest bit around there. Just feels it's completely numb. That's still quite hot, so I'm going to be asking her about that, but I assume that's just the yucky swelling. So that's where we're at the moment. And there's the bollocks that I want off today, please. And I'll do an update later. Yeah. Oh, is that enough of a viewage? There we go. Good afternoon. Ooh. Right, okay. Oh God, don't cough. Right, this is part of the 7-8 day update. I did the 7 day before. Oh God, making it like a muppet. You know what I look like. Did the 7 day before my 7-day checkup appointment yesterday. Oh gosh, a bit delicate today. Today is day 8, but I couldn't do the after the appointment yesterday because I overdid it yesterday. And today I feel really like an old woman, feel very fragile. Yeah, I did. I got up thinking, oh wow, I feel great, and I went off cutting my hair and doing videos and photographing stuff for Shell's Dorina Jewellery and putting wash on and dishwash. Oh my God, silly things to do. I was just, yeah. So I overdid it completely and taking it much easier today. But I have been in the shower. Woohoo! I'm going to give you like the blurb of the 7-day checkup meeting, and then I'm going to show you my bits. So, you might not want to watch this one. It's not too gory at the moment, but I'm probably going to be saying some things. Actually, you might want to switch off now. Right. So, at the 7-day check, here anyway. All right, let's not generalise. At my 7-day check, they removed all of that gubbins that you saw, the bollocks on the front, all that tissue folded up, and you see all the incision line, and they took out the stuff that was inside my belly button and gave it all a clean, and now I've got surgical tape on. Surgical tape, and I can shower now. The surgical tape I'll have to replace once a week for the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I can't remember. She mentioned she mentioned 3, and I don't know if that was 3 more weeks or for 3 weeks. And it's like brown surgical tape, which I've stashed somewhere, and you just tear it off in strips and you overlap it and put it over your incision line. I can't have a bath yet. That's going too far too far, just showers, she said. And I had some questions for her. One of which, thanks Karen for reminding me, or for saying that people might want to know this. When I was due to come out, due to be released from the hospital, I wasn't doing so well, to be honest. And the day before, they were like, "Do you want to go home tomorrow?" And I just kept responding. I didn't respond that I did or didn't want to go home. I just said I want to be mobile. I just said what I wanted to be able to do before I left, rather than, I felt like that was up to them to decide whether I was fit to be discharged. Although I wasn't really thinking that much about it, I think. I just thought, I'll tell you what I need to do. And they agreed. They were like, yes, you need to be mobile. You need to be able to get to the toilet. And they also needed to get my pain relief right, because it wasn't right the morning of when I was due to leave. I was due to be picked up by Tom at 11, and 2 nurses took me to the loo, and I had a total crumble when I got back, total meltdown of the pain. I said, I can't cope, but I said, I was like, I can't cope, it was more like that. What was horrific. Anyway, the lovely Juliet from Italy said, Julia said that I don't know why she was so confident. She was confident that tramadol was the thing for me, and she decided that I would be good to go home on tramadol. I didn't stay on the tramadol very long anyway, because it was fucking with my sleep. So, but what the point was, the question, God, that was a long way around it, wasn't it? The question was, if I'd have had to have stayed a third night, who would have been liable for the cost of it? Would it have been included in my package I paid for, or would I have needed to pay for the extra night? And I thought it was a really interesting answer the nurse that I saw yesterday gave me, actually. She said, well, we've just had somebody in who stayed for 3 nights, and because they live 3 hours away, 3 hours in the car, and they wanted to be quite, able to make a car journey. So they had actually paid for a third night, but then when it came to being discharged, they didn't feel confident of going home at that bit, so they paid for another night. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you could just pay for another night. I wonder if they'd put it to me, do you want to stay another night? That's possible. It will cost this much. I had already thought, if they didn't think I was fit to go home, I don't care what it costs, I'm staying in. However, if they decide that actually you're not medically fit to be released yet, there'll be no charge anyway. They will not release you if you can't walk unaided to the toilet. So I thought it was really interesting to know if anybody was worried about, if that was a worry for you, having it done. What if I wasn't fit? They won't release you, and they won't charge you extra than from what you've paid for your package. And what other juicy... Oh yeah, I had a lot of when can I questions. When Tom said I had to ask when I can roller skate, because I want to go roller skating, and I said, well, I think I probably know the answers, because I had to ask about badminton as well. She just looked at me like I was a lunatic. I said, oh no, I don't want to play badminton yet, but how long? And she said, well, you'll be seeing Titus, the surgeon, before then anyway, so I can... And I thought, oh, that's a good point, I'll ask him. I asked about driving, and did she say about 4 weeks? However, she also then said, mind you, it depends on your insurance company. So we might need to telephone the insurance company to find out when we'd be insured to drive, for me to drive. I know in America, but then we have got what they would call a stick car with a joystick, with a gear stick. They seem to mostly have electric cars. Electric, what am I talking about? Automatic cars. And oh my God, some of them are driving themselves to their appointments to get their drains taken out, and they're going, oh, I was like, oh God, please don't have a crash. And the whole of my journey yesterday with Tom there and back was me just gripping hold of stuff, trying not, if it goes over a bump, not to get too jarred by it. And I also asked if I about sleeping on my side, which is fine. She said, you can sleep on your side now. I said, oh, I have been, to be honest. I just didn't know if it was doing me, like pulling me. But sleeping on the front is a no-no still, which is fine. It's more side really that I'm on, I suppose, bit side, bit front, I suppose. But last night I did actually hoof out the giant cushions that I'd put my legs up at night on. So they're gone now, and I think I'm just going to have, I like quite a nice cushion down the side of me so I don't go into the wall, so I can come back into it. And then I had a pillow like on, to hug with my tummy, and then just one pillow under my head last night. And actually it's the best night's sleep I've had since before, the day before the op, because I got 2 hours, I think, and then it was like about 2 in the morning I woke up and I thought, oh, here we go. And I went to the loo, I think, and then I must have gone back to sleep, and I woke up and I woke up, I think I was 6, was it? Yeah, I thought, my God, I've had 4 hours sleep on top of the other bit. So I was chuffed to bits with that, but obviously I had overdone it yesterday as well, so my body might have gone, right, this is freaking enough. Sleep, bitch. So other things to say. Oh yeah, I'll just describe the belly button. That's the visual thing for you. How can I describe it? He'd put a load of stuff covered in Vaseline inside the belly button. When they do it, your belly button doesn't actually move. Your belly button's on a stalk. But what they do is, because they lift like the skin up, like the car bonnet, and do what they need to do underneath, when they're finished, like sewing up your muscles, they pull the skin down, and they've had to cut around, like your belly button's still there on a stalk, but the hole for your belly button, when they pull it, moves, so they have to create a new hole going around your belly button. So, oh my God, I was trying to look as much as possible because I wanted to see what was under my dressings. Even I had to look away. It looked like the hole, and her pulling the stuff out of the hole and the other stuff she was doing, it felt like somebody, it wasn't too painful, but it felt like somebody pushing a bruise. But what it looked like inside that belly button, all I can describe is the colour was like a bit like pink blancmange with a raspberry coulis going through it, so it was a bit redder, and like somebody had got a sharp knife, like the texture looked a cross between pink blancmange and quiche, that a sharp knife had gone through. It looked basically freaking raw and open in there. Oh my God, I even had to look away, and I'd like try and look back, like, oh God, no, it's still freaking repulsive. Ugh. Right, okay. Apologies for anybody who hasn't tuned in for tummy tuck graphic information. You might want to not watch this one. People that are considering this, that might be useful information. Right. Anything else to report from that visit? I don't think so. I'm just shocked that, so my next appointment will be with the surgeon in about 4 or 5 weeks, and I was like, oh, so basically I'm not seeing any more nurses at the hospital, just Titus, and it should all be done and dusted by then. Well, apart the full recovery time is supposedly 6 months to a year, because if I went and overdid it, I'd still swell up. Yeah, I'm swollen at the moment, obviously. But in 5-6 weeks after the op, there won't be stuff to, I'm assuming, to dress, and I guess I should be able to treat my scar or something by then. Anyway, what shocked me was that after 7 days, well, I've paid somebody a chunk of money, and I've gone in, they've basically gone up, they haven't, but they have basically gone at me with a machete. I basically almost died, and then I've come out, and a week later they go, that's it then, see ya. And like, what? Like, do you we've been through something together. I feel like we should have a relationship for longer than this. I feel like, do you want to come? Should we meet up for coffee once a week? Hey, see ya. Like, you can call if you want, but don't worry if not. It's like, okay, right, quite amazing. It seems wrong. I feel like we should stay in touch. Very odd. Right, so the other thing about coming out the shower is you have to let the cosmetic tape? Is that what I said it was called? You have to let it dry naturally before you can clothe yourself and put your, I'm going to call it a rubber band. I might start calling it a rubber band. No, I might start calling it a rubber ring. That binder, which is some kind of torture instrument, by the way, and I wasn't even wearing it correctly. You actually do have to wear it right down over the incision. So the pain. Hate the freaking torture instrument. So my plan of action today is to wear a long t-shirt right the way down and bind over that and see if that helps. Oh, right. I will. Oh yeah, one other thing to mention. If that literally, I would doubt if there's any men left watching this chat, but if there are, you're about to run for the hills. Something just to note. And I'm telling you these things so that if you're considering this, you have all the facts. Right, this is a thing. Your vagina is going to swell up. I was talking about the bollocks that they left on there yesterday, but that was just hiding. That was just smoke screening what was going on down there. It is freaking swollen. I don't know why. I wasn't entirely. I recently heard about this, so I wasn't quite aware of it before. But your fanny's going to swell up. No idea why, but there you go. So I will cover that item for you, so you don't have to witness. Yeah, basically you've got a huge mound. Is that too graphic? Probably, but you know what you're going to get here. Right, let's get some clothes on and I will show you the new area with the tape on. Right, still not in a bra. I can't see the point when I have to put that instrument torture of instrument, oh, you know what I mean, back on. Actually do look a bit, or you can see how swollen I am there. Right, so that's as much as you need to see really. So let's pull this down a bit. There you go then, surgical tape over the blancmange. And God, you can really see how swollen I am, but then I've been out the, look at that, I've been out the binder trying to let the tape dry. Just rearrange myself. So yeah, but I mean you can see much better how far the scar goes, which is, yeah, he did say hip to hip. Can't believe the other week I was like, oh, I don't think I want to show you my shorts, and I'm like, yeah, I remember knickknacks. So yeah, so it's basically all the way down there. So I've got these. Tricky old businesses. But when he was, I think I told you this, when he was cuddling on me before, he did say, oh, he went round my knickers, he said, so then he could aim to get the incision line like within bikini. So that, because I just assumed everybody was going to be able to see it. I also was thinking I'd have the belly button hole more visible here somewhere, but I've no idea where it is. So literally, if you had this done and you've got bikini, no one's going to know, which is fantastic. But I'm a bit hunched over at the moment. But I think that's okay. But yeah, you can see now. That's how big the line is. What's some bruising? That blooming up. The Bionic tablets are doing F all, by the way. What is that? F all. I haven't got it on this side. Maybe they are doing something then. Right, let's leave it there. I need to get my binder back on. The instrument of torture. Yeah, I'm going to aim I'm going to try with this scoop neck because it feels quite, that'll be long enough for me to get the binder on so it covers the incision. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. That's the 7/8 day, let's try and go through that, update. And I probably do the next one at like 2 weeks, something like that, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, just like milestone updates. Let's leave it there. Bye bye, don't die.